you're right in the middle of your 2023 harvest. So I really appreciate you spending some time today at Good Food Revolution. How is the harvest going thus far?
Well, typically we measure harvest since we are wine lovers.
Yeah.
And we are talking about fine wines. That's our job, not just wine. This is actually something we should talk about, because fine wine is the minority of wine quantity, and this is another point. This is the big transition. In fact, is that we are certainly we're certainly having new markets consuming wine, so the quantities that are absorbing are going to be big in the future, but we're certainly seeing both from the older drinking market than in the new drinking market that the wine that will have more future and will remain and is the fine wine, but this fine wine is a minority. So even the Bordeaux problem, it's not the problem of the fine chateau that work in the luxury market, for example.
There'll always be a market for that, right? Those people aren't struggling right now.
Yeah, 5% of the problem. The problem is for the maybe 50%. I want to, or 60% that are mass low quality producers, because this probably model of wine, this need to be reviewed and need to be probably competing and offering a service that is more oriented, more comparable to beer, ready to drink, soda, or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
But that's another. It's another world in which, by the way, heavy red alcohol, high alcohol drinking, not really interesting for this kind of consumers, and it's not really interesting the super premium, which of course is a smaller market, which suddenly is under pressure of the competition of all those vineyards and products that were set up for the mass production. That of course they're there, they don't know what to do. They try to go up if they can and put pressure and oversize again the only market which has a future, which is, in my opinion, the more premiumized market. Now, this being said, coming back to the harvest, so wine should be quality, but suddenly for us it's also a matter of productivity. And so just to I don't want to make it too long, but this is for a lot of producers around Europe, particularly in central and southern Italy, it's a year of drama for productivity. So we are facing loss of productivity, which are at 2 digits. I mean, over 50% of loss of production on average in some areas, and we are very touched. Montepulciano is sharply hit, and Salcheto particularly, because organic wine production is even more affected than conventional. And because it was the problem is the mildew coming from the spring fungi, let's say, pressure and of peronospora mildew, and then with also in combination with some heat waves of July and
of course,
September, but it's the mildew. So this is very, very sad. I can tell you that we are in this moment. I feel more or less like not even Foreman, if I remember correctly, but if myself was in the ring with Mike Tyson in front of me, who already kicked me a few times in the face, and I'm like, ooh, it's really new, rare,
unshrunk. Yes, Oh dear.
That's the one. Quality-wise, I can tell you that it's a vintage that looks a little bit like 2013, because the maturations were a little bit slow because of the spring that was not it was cooler in a way, and so it was delayed. But this September is different because it has been very hot in the first stage, but too hot, so the plant was not benefiting of this heat wave. And then suddenly, in the second part of September, it was again cool and with northern winds and sometimes a little covered. For example, all last week. So in general, the last part of the maturation didn't happen yet. That is why, for example, today yesterday and today I'm not picking, and
Right.
I'm waiting. I decided to wait a few days to see if this beautiful now week and weekend that we're expecting, because sometimes you need just a few days to make a difference.
You just want that phenological, you want that ripeness.
I want flavor.
Yep.
Because in this moment, luckily, we have a good technological balance between alcohol and acidity. Acidities are there, they're not affected, they're not compromised, they don't risk to be compromised in the coming days. There is not at all risk of botrytis or rot, because this year it was very, very dry from summer, from midsummer on, and even September it didn't rain at all. We had I think overall in September so far we had 14 millimeters of rain, which is really.
So you're just waiting for that perfect phenolic ripeness before you go in.
Since we have time this year, because there's no product. Much product. We don't have even to have any kind of logistic compromise, let's say, in the pickup strategy, which we normally have to do with some grapes. Typically, you don't do it with the top crew, but you do it with some, say, minor grapes. So this year, I'm just on. I'm always a patient guy when it comes to pickup. I'm one of the people here know me in the area for always being the last to finish. But
you seem very calm, and you're always calm. But when other people are running about like headless chickens, you seem very very calm.
Well, Jamie, this is last year. It was my 25 harvest. So last year was number 25, and so listen, there was no vintage comparable to the other. Yeah. But after 25 years, a little bit of experience helps you in taking it in the right way.
Well, I'm going to let you get back to all these things you need to do at the winery. It's such an important part of the year. Michele, it's always wonderful to speak with you. You've given me a lot to think about. Really appreciate you taking time out today, and hopefully we will see you either over in Ontario, or you're going to take me on your sailboat over to the United Kingdom. One of the two.
You just made my day. I'm going to dream of this and this great opportunity to have. I can go home to my wife and say, I have to go pick Jamie. While I deliver some wines to Toronto with the sailboat.
Michele, thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful day. Take care.
Bye
for now.
Bye.